The decon?
Yeah. Hey, Shidaloo. Am I saying that right?
Shedaloo.
Shedaloo.
Mm-hmm.
My friend here is just going to take some pictures for you. And could you stand up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stand by the wall, please. Thank you. All right. Oh, okay.
Female's at her? Yes. Okay, all right.
Okay, could you face that way for me, please? Thank you. Could you look the other way, please? Stand the other way. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Okay, Mike.
I'll be right back. I'll get them off for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I'll get them off for you.
Thank you.
You thirsty at all?
I just needed to use the restroom really bad. And I told him I was pregnant. I pee frequently.
Oh, you're pregnant, okay.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll get you
Do you mind telling me what this in regards to?
Yeah, we'll sort that out. Let me get through some of the...
Is my husband okay?
He is okay, yeah. He's here as well. He's okay.
So I'm confused. They said it was a traffic stop.
Yeah, and here you are. We'll sort through that. All right, you said you have to go?
Yes.
Everything you need in there? Yeah.
Emergency east off Dr. Sarah, 2237.
And here you go. And just bear with us. Well, I'll be with you shortly, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Hey. How you doing? How'd you hop up here? And say it for me one more time, Shadaloo? I got it right.
You grab a seat
Shadaloo,
right there.
have you grab a seat right there, yeah. So you okay? You need anything?
My stomach just hurt a little.
You what?
Stomach.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'm Mike Stanley. This is my Sergeant Joe Capice.
Hello.
Obviously you came here in handcuffs. Something's going on tonight, and you'd asked to get to the bottom of that. And that's what we're here to do right now. Okay. All I'm asking for is just to be honest with me, okay? And I'll be honest with you. Does that sound
Good.
okay? I got some administrative stuff that we've got to do here, and then we'll get after it. Good?
Okay.
All right. Today is, let's see, December 12th, 2017. It's approximately 23:04 hours. I am here at the Orlando Police Department, 1250 West South Street, the second floor CID interview room. We're here in reference to OPD 2017-485944. And present with me is Shadaloo Smith. Is that correct?
Correct.
And your date of birth?
October 14, 93.
Okay. Hey, you did come here in handcuffs. I'm going to read you your constitutional rights. Just acknowledge for me verbally, if you understand that,
Yeah.
the yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did they read my rights at the scene?
Okay. I'm going to read them to you again, just so we're clear and that we all understand. Shadaloo, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand?
Yes.
Shadaloo, if you cannot afford a lawyer and want one will be provided for you before questioning without charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
Okay. Whose vehicle was that?
My mom's.
Your mom's? What's her name?
Amelita.
Emelita?
Yeah.
How long have you been driving that?
I recently just came back from her house about, was it 2 days ago?
Where's she staying?
In Winter Haven, Polk County.
Winter Haven, okay. What made you come back up here?
I'm gonna get some more clothes because
Oh.
I'm about to leave the apartment we at
Where you at?
in Maitland.
In Maitland.
East side of Maitland.
Oh, okay. So what were you doing tonight? Just driving?
No, we was coming to pick up a friend from the hotel we got stopped at.
Okay, you were there to pick up a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving, right?
Yeah.
You know you're not supposed to, right?
Yeah.
What's going on? You just is it because your license is less bad, I guess, than Bruce's, or?
No, I don't, because I know his record is more worse than mine.
Okay.
He's a felon. And I don't too much, because he haven't drove in years.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I'm
Fair.
not going to chance it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You said you're pregnant. Are you and Bruce husband and wife?
Yes.
How long have you guys been?
We got married in April of this year.
In April. Was
April 5th.
now correct me if I'm wrong. Was Bruce still
Incarcerated,
at that time?
Yes.
Okay. How far along are you in your pregnancy?
I'm 2 months.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What have you and Bruce been doing? Is it just the two of you been together, trying to get your life back together?
Yeah.
Since that time.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom's car, Shadaloo, have you had, full use of that in the last? Well, I guess how long have you had access to that car?
Let's see. So I just recently came down here to grab some clothes, and I've been here for a good 2 days. We've been home. I was supposed to go back to Polk County tonight,
Okay.
but his homeboy said he needed somewhere to sleep, so we was going to stay another night, and I was going to go in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Because we're losing the apartment we at.
But going back like a few days, did you have it yesterday and the day before?
I had it yesterday, but it was mostly park. It was mostly park all day. The day before, no, today's the 12th. I'll say from like the 10th.
Like the 10th, so today's the 12th.
Sunday?
From driving from Polk County
So
Yeah.
today's
And my
ended-
sister just recently had the car.
Okay, when you say recently, how recently? Today's Tuesday, almost Wednesday morning. So you say you've had it since when?
Since 2 days ago. Today's Wednesday. I came down.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
I came down like Sunday night. I came down.
Okay, and where was Bruce with you?
No, at the time he was still here. I was in Polk County.
Okay, I guess we'll go back just even closer. Then it'll be easy to remember. Yesterday, what were you guys up to?
We was home.
And when you say home, where was home?
Well, we went to the room where we was at.
And where was the hotel where you got stopped?
Yeah,
Okay.
his
So-
friends be there, and then we went home. We went to see his mom. She stays in Winter Garden. Did we see his mom yesterday? No, we didn't see his mom yesterday.
Were
We
you-
were mostly home.
Were you with Bruce yesterday?
Yeah, all day yesterday and all day today.
Okay. Okay. Give me one second. Here. Something I gotta pull up. All right, and for the record, I'm going to be playing a video that's entitled Charlie Hotel 08 2017-12-11-20 55 26.avi. Let me just get it in a position where I can have you look at it. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Should I look? Okay. I'm going to hit play now. It's about midway through, and what it depicts is a stairwell. It says camera 8 there, and it's kind of looking downward. Who is that, Shedley? Shedley, you know.
Can you rewind it back?
Yeah. Let me rewind that back. And remember what I said. I just want you to be to be honest here. All right.
Yeah, he don't even have those shoes.
He does have those shoes. Do you know who that is? I know who it is.
It looks like him, but you can't really see his face.
Well, okay. Let me.
And then,
Who's him? Bruce?
yeah. And then, when is this? What day was this?
This was yesterday, Jedlu. See those shoes and see that hat and that jacket? That's what he was wearing tonight. I'm going to show you another video here, and it's titled Hotel Charlie Victor Romeo CH3 Maine 2017. Series of numbers ends with 7.WMV. Did you see that guy? See those sneakers?
Mm-hmm.
That's Bruce, isn't it?
It looks like him.
Yeah.
I've never seen them shoes. And
Well- well-
if it was yesterday, I don't know how that's possible. Because the only
Well,
time.
what I'm telling you is, you see this car right here?
Mhm.
That's your mom's car, okay? And we're playing that again, and it's going over and over. Were you in? You said you had the car all day yesterday, okay? I'm gonna play another one with a ending is a 4.WMV. comes somebody. And there's Bruce running out. And there goes your car. So what's going on?
Yeah, I don't understand how. Around what time? Because around that time, I was at Sonic.
You couldn't have been.
Yeah, I have the receipt and card and all.
You were there in your car?
Yeah, I took my car.
Sonic is right down the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was at the room.
He
The
was
room.
not at the room.
And nor was your car.
Yeah. That
When
was
I
your
went
car.
to Sonic, yeah, he was at the room. I went to Sonic. I picked him up. His friends came back and we went home.
Who are the friends?
His name is Greg and Nikki.
Greg is Nikki a female?
Nikki's a female and Greg's a male.
What's Greg's name?
Greg's a male. Nikki's a female.
Yeah.
The last name, I don't know. That I don't know.
How long have you known them?
I knew Greg. I knew of him because we grew up in the same area.
Okay.
Nikki, I just met.
Well,
But you can eat. I have
let
the
me,
receipt.
let me be honest with you. That's great about the receipt. But what was also in your car was that boonie hat, okay,
Mhm.
and a black sweatshirt Bruce was wearing tonight when we found him. Those sneakers were also there. We found those.
Yeah.
And that's Bruce coming up and down the stairs. Look, you've been struggling. He just got out. You're pregnant. You're trying to get your feet back on the floor and get a life started. Has he told you what he's been doing?
I'm normally with him all the time. I know we just was planning to move.
Okay. Well, you
Because we were about to lose the apartment because I lost my job because I was working.
Well, you said you've not had. You said you've had access to your car.
No, he don't have access to my car.
Right, because that person, he got in the passenger side. But you said you've had access to the car the entire time, and that, I know, is your car, because there's a subsequent video that shows it driving away. So please be honest with me
I'm being
and
honest.
tell me. Well, no, you're not. You're not. When he came and ran and jumped into the car, what did he say to you?
I was not in the car.
Well, why? Why were you've stated that you've had your car, and now you're stating that you didn't have the car when we show you a video of your
No, I
car
didn't
and
say I
driving
didn't
away.
have it. I'm saying that wasn't me there. I had the car, but yesterday, I had all day yesterday, was at the room. Nikki,
And you said you guys were together all day.
Correct.
Okay.
Nikki, she used the car, but to go to McDonald's only, and that wasn't even 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's not a female getting in that car.
Yeah.
So, if you didn't have the car,
And
which
when
you've already said
Nikki-
you have, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm saying the time Nikki left with the car, Bruce was at the room with me.
He wasn't. Has he? How have you been living? What have you been using for money?
For my mom, his mom.
For your mom and his mom?
Yeah, and I had I overdraft my account because I have overdraft for McCoy,
Okay.
like that. And that's why we finna give up our apartment because we haven't been paying no bills.
Well, you've had to have something to live on. Look, I'm just wanting to be. I've given you
And I
every
just
opportunity.
recently lost my job.
Okay, I'm trying to give you every opportunity here to be honest with us and say, look, I didn't know what was going on. I was driving. He said, stop here and go in. You've established that you're the driver of the car. You've had access to it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's Bruce running down the stairs and getting into that vehicle. Okay.
And I wasn't there.
Well, who had the vehicle then? I mean, you said you had it the entire time, and now you're saying
Correct.
you didn't have it.
No, I'm not saying I didn't have it. I'm saying I wasn't there. I had it the entire time.
Okay.
Correct. I had it yesterday. The only time Nikki used it was to go to McDonald's, which was not even 10 minutes, and he was at the room with me.
When you went to Sonic, you said you went to Sonic and Bruce
he
stayed
was at the
behind.
room.
You drove to Sonic.
I drove to Sonic, and Sonic's literally right next to the hotel y'all
Correct.
stopped us.
Correct. What room
And that
were you
was last
staying at
night.
in the hotel?
Is it 332
I
or
don't know.
322? It's right where we got pulled over. It's upstairs on the left. Right where we got stopped. We was literally pulling into the park.
And you've been laying your head there at night, the last 2 nights, Sunday night, Monday night.
No, we probably stayed there one night, and we didn't even stay the full night because they ended up coming and we left. I know
What-
yesterday we stepped
Who
home.
ended up coming?
Greg, Nikki, and a couple of his.
They
homeboys.
live there.
Yeah, I believe they live there.
Is that an apartment or is it a hotel?
It's like a hotel. They spend like I think $300 every 3 nights. I'm not mistaken.
So Greg, Nikki, and some other person?
Well, I know Greg and Nikki stay there, and he have his peoples come through sometimes.
Okay. So last night, what time did you get to the apartment?
What time we
Bruce?
got home?
Yeah, you call it home. Is that your home, or?
No, what time we got home or to the hotel? Because we went home last night.
You went home to Maitland?
Yeah, we went home last night.
What's your address in Maitland?
It's 2021 South Cimarron Boulevard.
Your apartment number?
C.
See? Okay, so you guys, yesterday, during the day, go home, go to
No, we went
Maitland?
last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
What time?
I said we went to sleep around 1, so...
Okay, let's back up before then, obviously. When you were down on I Drive at the hotel, what time did you get there? Was it daylight still?
No, it was night.
Okay, so after 5:30 at night or 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So what time do you think?
It'll be like around 9 going on 10
Okay. That's the time you got down there. From where?
from Sonic.
From where?
The time that we got there in total, or just coming from Sonic?
Yeah, what time did you get down? You left Maitland at what time?
We left Maitland since that morning yesterday. We was in Orlando all day yesterday.
Okay, then where'd you
When
guys
we got
go?
to the room, I'll say we got to the room around good 7, 6.
6, 7, you got to I Drive area, International
To the room.
Drive area, to the room. Were you on International Drive before that at all? So how did you drove from downtown to the hotel?
No.
No, you didn't?
We went through Oak Ridge, like Americana area.
Okay, so you get you work your way down there around 6, 7 o'clock.
Mhm.
It's getting dark.
Mhm.
You go to Nikki and Greg's place.
The room.
Were they there?
Yes, Nikki was.
Okay. What'd you guys do when you got there?
We watched the movie. Called Greg because we were supposed to meet up with Greg. Nikki asked to go to McDonald's. Came back. Wanted to get some Sonic. Went and got Sonic because Bruce stayed
What
behind.
time do you think that was? You got there around 6, 7. You watched the movie about 2 hours.
Yeah, so it was like around 8, 9
So 8, 9, you go to Sonic.
Sonic.
Just you and Bruce, or
No,
just
just
you?
me.
Just you.
Bruce stayed at the room.
Okay, and what do you do after you go to Sonic?
We went back to the room.
Mhm.
Ate. He didn't
Mhm.
want to eat his food.
Mm-hmm.
Greg Dom showed up around, I believe, like around 10,
Okay.
10-ish,
Mm-hmm.
because he came with a whole bunch of people, and
Okay.
it made Bruce mad, so we ended up going home.
So then you ended up going home to Maitland around 1 in the morning.
No, we went to sleep around 1 in the morning. We went home around like 10, 11,
Okay.
because after Greg Dom got there, we wasn't there long.
Okay, so now that we have the timeline,
Mhm.
in between there, in that middle of that timeline, is when we have your car, Bruce, at a hotel, not the hotel we stopped you at.
Okay.
Okay? So we're missing something because we know your car was there. When I say we know your car was there, which means you were there, which means Bruce was there, because I'm just laying it out for you.
I
Okay?
understand.
I'm not pulling any punches. All right? I'm just spelling it out. We got a timeline, and I'm telling you that at 9 o'clock at night,
Mhm.
you, your car, and Bruce were at a different hotel, and we have the video to prove it. I mean, it
They
is
don't
what
have
it
videos
is.
at the hotel that where we got stopped.
We have the
at?
video here at this hotel here.
No, I'm saying, but
That's
they
what
don't.
we need.
I
Okay,
mean, we
that's
just
what
showed
have
you the
there. I
video.
just
We're
showed
not,
that
we're
to
not
you.
pulling.
Okay.
Again, we didn't pull any punches. We showed you. We actually showed you the video. It had the date and time stamp on there.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
saying the hotel where we were at, they don't have the videos there to show
To show what?
the time frame that we was there.
But we know when you were here.
But I wasn't there at that hotel.
So how did your car, Bruce, get to that hotel?
And Bruce,
And Bruce was in the passenger seat. So how did it get there?
and that's what happened yesterday.
I told you exactly when it happened.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said yesterday.
Yeah, and I gave you the time frame. Okay, well,
He
here's
didn't mention nothing
okay.
about
Here's
it.
here's my problem for you, and I'm going to be very, very honest with you. Okay, we're detectives. All right, we're not worried about your driving while suspended license. We're here for much bigger things. Okay,
Yeah.
big enough things that'll affect your life greatly.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what's called a crossroads. Right, we're at a crossroads. We're going to find out if you're going to be honest and try to help yourself,
Mhm.
or if you're going to not help yourself and try to help somebody else and take a ride for them. And when I say a ride, I'm not talking about a little ride. This is a very large charge. Okay? So it's the difference between you having your baby in prison and that baby growing up with somebody else, or you raising your child. This is where we're at. I'm not pulling any punches. I'm being very honest with you, okay? This is just the way I am. So you're at a point in your life where you're going to make some very key decisions right here in the next few seconds. So take it very seriously, okay? And I'm just wanting you to understand, we already know more than we tell, okay? I know a lot, all right? I'm only really trying to help you.
Yeah.
Because I know your history is not that bad, unlike Bruce's history, which is very bad.
Yeah.
And do you want to take the ride? Because, see, you don't have to be committing the crime to be culpable for that crime. See, and frankly, you're culpable for that crime. But if you didn't know what was going to happen, you didn't know what he did, you still might not know what he did. This would be the time to say this. Because if you say it later after you're sworn. I mean, this is your statement.
This is your opportunity.
I mean, well, raise your hand for me. You swear and affirm everything in your statement is true and correct?
I do.
Okay, so you understand you're under oath now.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is your chance to show anybody that's going to listen to this tape or read the transcripts that, pronounce your first name again for me.
Shedaloo.
Shedaloo was honest. This is the chance.
I'm being honest.
Remember what I said, Shedaloo.
Yes.
I'm not pulling any punches, but I know a lot more than I'm letting you know I know. So this is your shot. And remember, you're at the crossroads. Your decisions now are going to greatly affect you, your child, and your really your life. Okay? So when you guys went to the other hotel, I'll even tell you the name of the hotel, Super 8. Okay? You went into the parking lot of Super 8. You backed your car in. Why? Nah.
I wasn't driving. I'm being completely
Okay.
honest.
Here's-
And even if he was to do anything, he won't even have me with him. Bruce not to have no guns around me, not to do nothing
Oh, he
illegal
did
around
tonight.
me.
He had a gun right around
And
you?
then we didn't. I
And he
didn't
had
know
drugs
about
around
him
you.
He had a gun and drugs.
So you said he knew better not to, but he did. Today he did. So he doesn't know better. He doesn't know better. And why would you think I'm talking about a gun last night? Why do you think I'm talking about a gun? You said.
No, the officer said they found the gun in the.
We did find a gun. You saw the gun. It was in your center console. I mean, is it your gun or is it Bruce's gun?
No, it's not my gun.
So it's Bruce's gun, correct?
No, it's not his gun either.
Okay.
Let's not.
This crossroad is going away.
Yeah.
And it's becoming.
But I can't say it's his gun.
Well,
It's
whose
your,
gun is it?
it's your car. You've had access to it. All of your belongings are inside that vehicle, correct?
Correct.
And you're going to sit here and tell us and expect us to believe that that's not everything in there is ours, but it's not the gun. Do you expect us to believe that?
No, but it's a couple stuff that's in there, like the movies in the back are not ours. It's,
Okay, no, we're not
and I'm
talking
the
about
only one
movies,
who
honey.
have access. My sister just brought the car.
So your
Literally.
sister's gun?
No, I'm not saying it's my sister's gun. It could be her boyfriend's gun. He's being in
And
the
it just
car.
happened to be in there.
No, it don't just happen to be in there. I understand where you guys coming from, but
No,
I'm saying I didn't
we're not
see
lying.
him.
We're not pulling any punches. We're telling you everything the way it is.
Yeah.
You're staring
I'm
at.
saying how it looks, but I'm
Shut
saying
up.
I didn't see him.
Wrap
put
your
no guns
wrap
in
your head
there.
around this for me. You're looking at 20 years in prison. That doesn't bother you? You good with that?
No, it
How long
because
have you been with Bruce?
for some years,
Well, how many years? Is that 2 years or 10 years?
about 6.
Now it's 6 years.
And is that worth 20 years of your life?
Nobody's worth any 20 years of my life, but I'm not gonna say I was there or
No.
did something.
Remember I told you I know more than I'm telling you. These videos are phenomenal. The HD quality is beyond belief. I'm here to tell you, I know you were driving. What I'm trying to get you to wrap your head around is that if you're honest now, you may not, especially if you tell me, hey, I didn't know he was going to go do something bad.
But it's like every time he hops in a car, he don't act different.
Okay, you
He
drove.
don't-
The way you drove, we know that you knew something was up. Again, things. That, I've been a cop 16 years. You know, I've been a detective half of that or more. This is not new to me, and I've been a robbery detective for about 6 years. All right, so I just told you what I do for a living. I'm pretty good at it. Detective Stanley's even better. I'm here to tell you that you're looking at some big time for something you may not have known was going to happen. But because you're not being honest with us now, how's it going to look when we say, Your Honor, we tried to get her to at least explain to us how the situation happened. So now I can only assume, because she didn't fess up to everything, I can only assume she knew what he was going to do, so hence she is now culpable. She's complicit in the crime.
I understand what
So
you're
if you're just in
saying.
a parking lot and he says, hey, stop here, I have to run an errand, you're not complicit, maybe, right? If you didn't know what he was going to do. But if I can prove you were there, and I can, and you're lying to me, how is it going to look when I say, oh, no, she wasn't complicit? No,
No,
she's
no,
complicit.
Yeah.
So tell me why you were in that parking lot, why you backed in that space, why he got out of the car, and why he ran back in. No, don't try to think, because if you think...
It was just yesterday. It was last night, okay?
And Shadaloo, one other thing. I know, again, more than I'm telling you, right? I also, because I've been doing this for so long, and because I'm trained on it, I read body language. And certain things that you can't help yourself from doing, you do when you're trying to find information, when you're trying to recall it, or if you're trying to fish in the air for it. These are things that we're trained on, okay? So I'm only telling you right now, do me a favor. If you don't want to be honest, I'd rather you tell me, I don't want to talk to you, detective, because then it's easier for me. Because I'm sitting here trying to help you, and you're not trying to receive the help, which is fine. It's your life. It's not mine. All right? I wasn't there. I can only go by what the evidence shows me. And the evidence, put it this way, I would go to trial with this case tomorrow. That means we already can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. So now, you have to think, and you have to ask yourself right now, these detectives are giving you, I'm only going to give you one more opportunity. And then we're going to leave. And then we won't come back in, and we're going to explain to the state attorney and the judge what we find.
Well, are we arrested tonight?
Oh, you're under arrest.
Yeah, you came here in
make
handcuffs,
make no
son.
mistake. You're
Yeah.
under arrest, but you're under arrest right now for driving while suspended license. What charges you leave out of here with are going to completely revolve around what you tell me now.
Okay, so I'm going to jail for driving with suspended license?
Correct.
Are you serious?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm here to tell you
that's what you were arrested
that's what
for.
you were arrested for.
But
You
you-
may be going to jail for a lot more. A lot more. Something you can't bond out on. So
I'm
you
not worried about. I just got arrested literally last week.
driving while suspended license is traffic. Don't mistake.
But right, if
and-
you're out on bond, you
Okay.
can't bond out.
Let's get past the traffic and the driving and the technicalities of you being out on bond and that sort of stuff. What we're getting at is that you were arrested for driving. Once again, you're driving. It seems like you're always driving, okay? You got to get around. But what you may, once you get down there, some charges that may go along with you are much, much more serious. We don't come out in the middle of the night and go have all those officers out there just for some driving. We've shown you video. We know when that took place. We have clothing. It matches. Like we said, we are giving you every opportunity, every bit of rope that you can grab. And if you didn't know what was going on, now is the time to tell us. Because and before we leave, I'm going to ask you if anything in your story is going to change further on down the road when you suddenly say, you know what, crap, I should have taken that rope. Maybe I'll tell them now. That is way too late. That is not going to change anything, because how is that going to look to a judge and a jury when you had every opportunity to tell us that, you know what, I'm pregnant, I'm just driving, I'm trying to get my life with Bruce back started. He got out of prison. I didn't know what he was going to be doing. Now is the opportunity, because you need to think about it, because like we said, we're going to leave, okay? We're not going to spend all night here offering you every bit of rope to save yourself when you can do it right now.
And we don't need to offer, to be honest with you. I told you, I'm ready to take this to trial now. So this is your opportunity, and it ends now. This is your only one. What were you doing in the parking lot?
I wasn't in Super 8.
Okay, have a
Okay.
good night.
We're going to conclude the interview at this time. It is approximately 23:32 hours.
Very, very big charges. There's only one charge higher in the state of Florida.
So I'll be charged with driving suspended license.
Oh, maybe looking at more charges than that.
Yeah, for starters, a heck of a lot more.
But for what?
You
Can I speak to you separately?
What's that?
Can I speak to you separately?
What'd you say?
You speak to me?
Yeah.
Just to him?
Detective Stanley re-entering the interview. It's approximately 23:32 hours. What is it, Chevalier?
Because I'm not understanding, like, how am I involved?
Well, Chevalier, like we indicated to you, I showed you those videos. You told me that you and Bruce have been together. You've had the vehicle the last few days. I showed you everything there. You saw the video of Bruce running up the stairs. You saw of him running down the stairs. You showed him of you exiting the car. What we were getting at was to find out from you, when you pulled up there to the hotel, did you know what Bruce was going to be doing?
No.
Okay. What did he...
Didn't mention nothing.
When you say what did he say to you?
Nothing. That's why I'm not understanding. Even earlier today, I kept saying, "Why is it so big if it's just a traffic stop? Like we won't. If we did a crime anywhere, I won't drive back to the same area." I didn't know nothing was going on.
No, I'm talking last night.
Yeah, last
at the
night.
Super 8. Why did you? I'm asking. Did you know why you were going there?
No.
So you
Could we drive?
What did Bruce say when you pulled into the Super 8? It was just yesterday, and I'm doing
Believe it or
everything.
not, we do so much within a day.
Well, now is a pretty important time for you to think about what you did at that time when you backed the car in there and Bruce got out. About 3 minutes later, he came running back into the car and you took off. What did Bruce say when he got back into the car?
Go to the room. We went to the room.
Okay, so you left, and it was just a short little drive, wasn't it? And what did Bruce say when he got back in there, Shedloo?
Nothing. So when he got in the car, he said, "Go to the room."
He said, "Go to the room." When you left. When you, what did he say? Where were you at before you went to the Super 8 yesterday?
He was coming from.
And there's a lot of places to eat there.
No, I got food from Sonic tonight.
Oh, okay.
He was coming from Americana.
Okay. Is everything okay between the two of you?
Yeah.
You got a bruise on your arm. Is it okay? Has he been treating you okay?
Mm-hmm.
What
I got
happened?
into a fight. I actually got jumped
Oh,
a couple
okay.
days ago.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay.
So you're leaving the Sonic, or not Sonic? Excuse me. How do you end up at the Super 8? Is what I'm getting at. I mean, did Bruce say stop here?
No. I actually was looking for Greg room at first, because they have plenty of rooms.
You were looking for where?
Greg room. Before we went to the other one, because he have multiple rooms. We were looking to see where Greg was.
Okay, so you were looking for Greg at the hotel that you were at
Because we went to that
tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't find Greg there, and then you went to the Super 8. Now, did Bruce say let's go to the Super 8, or what made you go to that specific hotel?
Because I know he's got a room there before. He gets like discounts on rooms.
Bruce does?
No, Greg.
Greg does.
Greg does.
Okay, so did Bruce say let's go over?
No, I pulled to Super 8. I pulled to all of them.
Okay, but you went and backed into that little spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why didn't you? Did Bruce say? I mean, I'm just paraphrasing here, and that means I'm just making something up. But was it something like, hey, babe, just back in here. Let me go see if he's got a room. I mean, what exactly?
No, because I know last time he had got the room there. So when I back part, I told him to go check. He was upstairs in the room.
What did you think that Bruce was going to do? Go look for a room?
No, to check if Greg was in the room.
To check to see if Greg was in a room. Okay. And while that was going on, you were just sitting there in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you, a little bit later, he comes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does he say to you? Does he say, I'm sorry, what's the other guy's name?
Greg.
Greg's not here?
Yeah, he said Greg's not there. Go to let's check on Nikki.
Let's check on Nikki up at the hotel where we found you at tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did he say anything else to you? Did you know what had happened there in between when he had gotten out of the car?
No.
Okay. Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Okay.
He didn't mention nothing.
Didn't mention anything. And when he got out of the car and got back into the car, he was wearing that little camouflage boonie hat and that big black sweatshirt and those Nike sneakers. I mean, I see it on the video, right?
Yeah.
That's what he had on?
So I'm trying to recall. I know he had on a sweater. He normally have on the Reeboks. The Reeboks that's out there. That's what he always had on.
Yeah, but you saw the sneakers there, the ones, the
blue ones.
the blue Air Jordans, are they?
Mm-hmm.
With the 23 on the back? That's what he had on, right?
And a jacket. I know he had on the black jacket.
The black jacket, and he had on a pair of shorts. Okay. Look, what's going on with the gun? What is? I mean, he knows he can't.
Be around that.
Yeah, he can't be around that, and he just got out. What is? Have you guys talked about that?
Yeah, that's exactly why we was moving. I was trying to get him out of this area
You said get out of it, like Maitland and Orlando, down to where?
to my mom's side. County.
Winter Haven.
Mhm.
Okay.
To start now.
Was he up for that? Was he wanting to go there?
He'll look for it.
Why did he? Did you guys argue about him having the gun?
He knows not to have guns around me.
Well, he had it around you
And I didn't even know it was in the glove thing.
tonight. You didn't know it was in the glove thing.
Because he knows we don't, because for one, I have no license. I don't like riding dirty. I don't like riding with nothing illegal in the car.
Right.
So that's why it's not making no sense. Because we literally just got in the car to go pick up Greg and go back home. Literally.
Okay. But you did know that he did have it. Did you know that he had it, but just that you didn't think it was in the car?
I know he bees around. He's been around guns.
Right.
He don't own a gun. I know that.
Well, yeah. Okay. It was in the
So,
car, and it wasn't
yeah.
yours. So
I know that.
we know that it's not yours, and it's his. But were you aware that
I wasn't aware
that
he had a firearm.
that he had the firearm? Had he ever mentioned it to you?
No.
Okay. Had he ever? Let me go back a little bit. Did just to clear this up, Bruce did not tell you what he was going to do or what went on when he was outside of the vehicle, where you said you backed it up, right? Okay. And then you got in, and did he tell you what had happened? No. Okay. If you had known something bad had gone on, you seem like a nice person.
Nice?
No, I said you seem like no, I said you seem like a nice person. If you had known that somebody had been harmed or hurt in a bad way, I'm certain that if you could sit there and empathize. I got family. What if that was my family?
Yeah.
If you'd known that something like that had happened, despite the fact that
That was my husband. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
made it aware.
there's right and wrong. You would have done something.
Correct.
Okay. Should allude. Can you think of anything else that's important for us to know that I've not thought to ask you here, right now? Yeah, and I do appreciate your honesty and your wanting to tell the truth. I'm glad you listened to what my sergeant had to say, because about being at a crossroads. You certainly are. There's a time to be smart, and if you know, if you've done something wrong, then acknowledge it. But if you haven't done anything wrong either, you know, there's the time to tell it. But when we confront you with, you know, evidence that is just, you can't argue with that. That's why I'm glad that you've been honest with us and told us that, you know, you backed up there and Bruce got out and then he got back in a short time later. And I kind of went on there, but is there anything else that you want to offer to us here? Has Bruce, is there anything else that you know of that Bruce has done in the past?
No.
Time frame since October, I guess?
No, I keep him out of trouble. I keep him from the streets because I know from stuff from his past that can come back on him. So I make sure he stays out of the streets. I'm trying to get him out of Orlando.
Yeah.
He's been looking for jobs, so
Okay.
he's been saying he's going to work on his license.
Okay. Okay. Shirley, I'm gonna give you my my business card here. It's got a phone number on it, email, and stuff like that. What's the best way to get in touch with you, Shirley? Is there a good number, Mom or somebody like that?
Yeah, 863.
863
236
236
4808.
4808. What's Mom's name?
Amelita. Amelita. And
And her last name, I'm sorry, is
Edie.
Pierre?
No, Edie.
Ede.
EDE.
E-D-E. Okay. Amelita E. All right. Go ahead.
So I'm getting arrested. I'm going to jail tonight.
For driving, yeah.
There's no way I can get a citation because they're not. I just literally bonded out last week. I'm not gonna be able to get a bond.
I understand what you're saying, but is it? Are you driving with a suspended license, or are you driving as a habitual traffic offender? What is
Suspended license.
Suspended?
Yes, because
Okay.
I took a hit and run for my sister, and then a couple
What
weeks.
you do?
I didn't know the consequences behind it. I
Okay.
didn't know how to go to jail. And then I got put on probation, so they automatically suspended for 2 years. I can get them now this year.
Okay.
But I know if I go to jail, I'm not going to get out.
You might not tonight initially, but let me be completely honest with you. They're not going to deny you a bond after a short period of time for a driving offense. That I'm
Well, my thing is,
I'm not an attorney, but that I would say that no, you're not going to be held, you know, for the foreseeable future for second offense for driving. Okay. That I'm
But right, if you're already out on bond,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, so you probably will not get a bond initially, but then a bond hearing is requested, and they'll say, "Oh, okay, you know what? It's for driving." Well, though, you know, a lot of bad things can happen when driving. We don't want some unlicensed driver plowing into a, you know, family or retirees or, you know, orphans. You're gonna get a bond. It's not a.
so there's no way to get a citation.
Unfortunately, we don't tonight, but I do appreciate your honesty, and I'm glad you considered everything that we had said to you, and that you thought about it, okay? Have you got any other questions for us?
No.
Okay. If you need anything, you need
what would be what would he be charged with?
we're going to, I'll let you know, okay, before we go, okay? But I do have to go talk to him, but if you need to go to the bathroom again or need some water or something, just knock on the door. Okay, we got people listening. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to conclude the second part of this interview. It's approximately 23:40. 5 hours.
I'm going back to jail. And what happened with the car?
Your car is. Do you know where Johnson's wrecker is? 500 Wilmer Avenue.
So my phone, everything's in there. So
We've taken those things. We don't just leave those items in there. Okay. Which phone was yours?
all of them.
All of them. Was that little Cricket phone yours? I thought I saw a Cricket. That's what I asked. It was the one that was most visible.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2 Metros and a Cricket.
Okay. Well, like I said, you contact me at that number. We can work on getting those things to you. Okay. All right, Shelley. Thanks.